everybody, and welcome to video number 22 in my EFT series, and Merry Christmas to you. And this video is really to follow on from the video I did last year for Christmas, which was a lot about Christmas stress and all the hustle and getting ready for Christmas and how much there is to do. And this is just a continuation of that. Because I thought, yeah, it's nice for us to enjoy Christmas, and you know, recently a lot of my friends seem to be saying, oh, I'm not going to have Christmas, Christmas is cancelled, and you know, like, let's step on that. You know, like, I don't want to celebrate Christmas. There's so much stress with Christmas, and I feel so lonely, and I love and accept myself anyway, even though I don't really feel like celebrating Christmas. So much stress around Christmas. I feel so lonely at that time of year. I love and accept myself anyway, even though I don't really feel like celebrating Christmas. All the stresses, all the people I have to see and don't really want to see them. How can I say no to all these requests? And I love and accept myself anyway. And now let's step on individual point. I don't want to celebrate Christmas. It's a sad time of the year for me. So much stress Christmas brings. So many people I have to see, or they want to see me, but I don't want to. All this food to eat. Will I put on all this weight? All this stress of Christmas. All this stress of Christmas. I don't want to celebrate Christmas. Oh, not another Christmas. It just reminds me how ill I was at Christmas in the past. Just reminds me of all the bad Christmases I had. All this stress of Christmas. Oh no, Christmas is coming. So take a deep breath. And just feel what it feels like for you, what is coming up. Do you feel it anywhere in the body? Does it have some color, some shape? Does it have some emotion? Because the closer you describe how you feel, the better the tapping, the more effective the tapping will be. And so, you know, when I think of Christmas, I loved it as a child, and then there were a few years when I was really, really ill. And since then I kind of dreaded Christmas. The minute I saw the Christmas trees in the supermarket, I said, no, not another Christmas. And I had these shivers coming up because my circulation is very low. So when I was kind of not feeling too well and was going to do these shopping trips, and I had to do these shopping trips, there was no way I had to kind of do that. You know, I had all these shivers all over my body, and the Christmas tree just reinforced that when I saw, oh my God, we are coming to Christmas. And it was only just November. The supermarkets and shops are nowadays putting up all the decorations earlier and earlier. And 4 years ago, my husband got very ill and he was taken to intensive care. And that happened right at the beginning of Advent, exactly 4 years ago, and I myself had very bad 2 years, and I was I just virtually came out of hospital where I was for the last 5 or 6 weeks before. And there I was, I come back, and my husband's very sick, and he has to go, I have to call the ambulance for him, he has to go to A&E, and, a few days later they have to sedate him, and the doctor says to me, well, if he doesn't pull through, we are not going to resuscitate him. And I said, oh, okay, all right. And the doctor also said to me that if my husband manages to pull through, he will be on oxygen for the rest of his life. And, whatever outcome there was going to be, even if he was to pull through, and he had a very bad, he was to live in a vegetative state, or if he didn't pull through, it was a very difficult Christmas, but I tried to celebrate it anyway. So I still had the Christmas tree up, and, with my sons we had presents, and, people said, how can you still enjoy Christmas? And, I kind of thought, no, I want to keep the spirit going. And at the hospital, where my husband was, there was all kinds of choirs, children coming, and they gave me a little present for him. And actually, I still have the soap, because nowadays we use liquid soap, but this hard soap I use very rarely. And all these 4 years I keep having this soap. It's getting a little bit smaller, but I don't use it much, but it's still there. And it kind of, it's still, I was still looking at all the positives. And, I got very ill again at the beginning of January, and I had to go back to hospital. And my husband did indeed die at the end of January. So it brings kind of reminders of previous Christmases for me, and it will do for a lot of other people. And it is, so I like to tap, or I like to acknowledge. I mean, the tapping is not just to get rid of that, it's just to acknowledge all this grief that we are feeling at that time of the year. And it's okay to acknowledge and to feel, but to the contrary, it's very beneficial for us to acknowledge how we feel, because we are pushing all these things away. No, I don't want to know about this, let me go and busy myself, do something else. And we are re-experience the constant fight and flight, which is the body's stress response. And in the body's stress response, doesn't allow for any healing to take place, because we are constantly getting ready to fight or flight. And if that is happening, then it will be depleting us, and we'll be getting exhausted, tired, prone to illnesses. We'll pick up every cold viral infection going. And so what I would like to say is here that acknowledging that we feel that way is the first thing for us to start healing. So as I said, so we don't experience this double fight and flight. So let's step on whatever it is for you. What is triggering your sadness at this time of year? Why is it that you might not want to celebrate Christmas at this time of year? So whatever it is for you, I mean, it might not be the same for you as it is for me, but I'll just give an example of what it is like for me. But you say how it feels for you. How is it that there is something which doesn't allow you to enjoy the love of Christmas? Because it is very loving, but we kind of, we put up like a barrier on top of us, and you say, no, we don't want this love to go through us. We cannot accept love from others. So in order to be able to allow the love into our hearts, so that we then can also spread the love to others, because that's what Christmas is. It's about not just, sort of like being able to give love to others, but also accept that. And if you are not able do that, then we won't be able to enjoy the love of Christmas to the full. So so tap on whatever comes up for you. So even though I've got all these reminders of all these bad Christmases, the time I was so ill and couldn't cope with, you know, all the things getting ready for Christmas. And 4 years ago, when my husband was so ill and intensive care, but I was ill as well, and I was exhausted after the 2 very bad years. You know, I was there always looking after my husband because he was ill. So there was no time for me. I still love and accept myself anyway. Even though all these Christmases in the past were so bad and I was so ill. My husband was in hospital, seriously ill. And I was so exhausted after caring for him for the last 5 years or so. I love and accept myself anyway. Even though all these Christmases in the past were so bad. And I've got such bad memories of that. I was so ill. And my husband was ill, had to be rushed to hospital. I love and accept and honor the way I feel. So the top of the head, always so ill at Christmas I was. My husband was so ill. I was so exhausted. I thought I could never enjoy Christmas again. All this grief, all this sadness, I do miss my husband. All this sadness, all this grief, all this sadness, all this grief, me being ill at Christmas, and my husband being ill in intensive care. Okay, so take a deep breath in. So again, continue tapping on how you're feeling and you know, where do you feel it in the body. So it could be tightness in your chest or butterflies in my stomach or feeling sick at the pit of my stomach or whatever it is for you. Just continue tapping. And some people might say, oh yeah, okay, that's all very good, but I actually don't remember anything bad happening to me at Christmas. I just don't remember. And that's absolutely fine, because it doesn't have to be our stuff. Don't forget, we can actually be adopting things from other people. Because still we are 7 years old, we are adopting everything from our caregivers. And then for the rest of the life, we are basically living on these kind of programs. They're not our programs, they're the programs from our, you know, from the people who looked after us. And we are kind of adopting their fears, worries and anxieties as well. And so I'll give you an example that my husband never liked Christmas. And a lot of that has to do with him being ill, surprise, surprise, being ill at Christmas as well. And, you know, he would often have tonsillitis, which is quite interesting because when I was young, I also always had tonsillitis, but I'd never remember having it at Christmas. And so my husband didn't like Christmas, and despite the fact that I was, I was always trying to make sure that the Christmas is good, that the children have got a lot of presents and everything else. One of my sons said, oh, I don't like Christmas, and I think it has to do with the fact that Dad never liked Christmas. And even more interesting thing is that, you know, my husband had throat cancer, and the way it started was with a lump on his throat. And my son also had a different type of cancer, and for him it also started with a lump on his throat. So there we are. There's kind of, it shows that what my son has kind of adopted from his dad. You know, what we are not able to express, you know, what the body, what we don't express our feelings, the body will actually express it for us. And that is why EFT is so great in helping us to actually express how we feel, and also know that it's actually safe to express how you're feeling. And you'll be surprised how, after you are able to actually express how you're feeling, how much better you'll feel, how much more you'll be able to enjoy in the fun, in the laugh, and yeah, all that kind of things. So I thought a nice way to wrap up this Christmas video is just to tap on positive things which we want to attract for ourselves for Christmas and for the years to come, for the new year. All those good things. And you know, like for me, magic of Christmas, you know, think of all the things, right? I mean, like we've got this side where we did not enjoy Christmas, but there were for every one of us some Christmases where we actually enjoyed Christmas. And think what it was that made you love and enjoy Christmas. And for me, it was the magic of Christmas. Often in Prague, we would have ice and, you know, ice and snow, and I would go ice skating. I would see these beautiful pictures of, you know, beautiful Christmas. It's like I'm dreaming of a white Christmas like the ones I used to know. And so this is all kind of reminder for me. Of course, now I've been in England for the last 25 years and we never had one Christmas. I don't think there's one coming now. But for me, it's the magic of being given presents, magic of kind of being loved, you know, the love. And what I also loved about Christmas is that everyone was suddenly kind, and I never wanted Christmas to go, because Christmas gone and everyone goes around their own business, you know, people don't want to say hi, or, you know, people aren't kind. And I wanted this magic of Christmas, this love, to stay with me for the whole year. And that's why I always suffered a bit of depression on the 1st of January, because oh no, another year for Christmas. So yeah, so let us think what you like about Christmas. What was it that you enjoyed in the past? And we tapped on what you did not enjoy. So that was the beginning of the first two tapping rounds I shared with you. But now let us tap about, you know, let's attract the magic into our life. And let's just put, for a change, let's just put our hands on the heart center and just say, I want to experience a magical Christmas. Magical and miraculous Christmas. I want to attract love and miracles into my life and into the life of others, so that there is peace and harmony. And let's continue to tap on the magic of Christmas. Christmas miracle, the joy, the love, the kindness, the laugh, the lovely presents. Yes, the excitement of what's in that box. This magic. The Christmas songs. This magic of Christmas. The beauty of Christmas. And if you're lucky enough, snowy Christmas. So take a deep breath and yeah, enjoy Christmas. Enjoy the singing, and you know, you can tap along. You don't even have to say anything. You know, tapping on the acupuncture points without saying anything has actually shown that we get our brain waves into different frequencies, and that's all. You can actually buy an instrument and test it for yourself. So, you know, you can see that when you're not tapping and, you know, you're doing various other things, you know, it will be high, the brain waves, but the minute you start tapping, it all calms down. And you can also monitor your heart. And it's you know, after meditation or tapping, you'll find that you know, there won't be any ups and downs. You see that your heart beats in harmony. And so yeah, you can tap along to Christmas songs. So it could be jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride on one horse open sleigh. Oh, jingle bells, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Thank you for watching. See you during my next video. Bye for now.